What to do, comic gurus? Yeah, job boy. Razor Comics. You ever go to the barbershop and get you a fresh fade? Come out there with that sick, fresh fade, all slick back. That number one that everybody loves. Take your picture, post that, boom. Nothing but likes on the fresh fade, but not this guy. Huh? The fresh fade is on. No Edgar haircut for this kid, but the hate is real in today's Razor Rant. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Let's go then. CUCKOO 2 is back, November 2029. The celebration of the dead is coming back. We need Miguel. We need to know what he's doing. Really, nobody does, but they're going to bring him back anyways. I'm all for it. Anything that has to do with Latinos, Chicanos representation, I'm for it. This kid is back. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Disney bringing CUCKOO 2 back. Absolutely, but it's not talk about any of the great acting, the emotional sequences at the beginning of the first movie, the tribute to some of the Tejano singers with the villain that ended up being a friend. This is no more than just hate over this poor kid's haircut. Miguel got a new fade, a fresh fade, and people hate it. For some reason, they can't connect to this kid's fade. Now, let me tell you something. When your boy was a young Razor Comics back in the day, and still to this day, I love a fade. I prefer a no clip, high and tight, goes all the way around. Now that I get a little bit bigger, I prefer the drop back fade, the drop back where it goes down, right? Boom, slick it back. That's old school, baby. Now the kids nowadays walking around looking like Edgar, bro. The Edgar haircut, it's what's hot nowadays. They call it the fluffy Edgar. You ever go to drop your kids off and you see the Mexican kids walking around? Those Mexican kids look like fucking Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. They got the bowl cut on. They look like a bunch of Lloyd Christmas. It's a worst style I have ever seen. And who is cutting their kid's haircut like this? They're taking your kids don't do this to. If your kid looks like that, don't do that. Don't do that. This is the fade that you want. That's the fade that you want to put on your kid. Now, you would think that there'd be some love from the community, right? No, there's not. The jokes were rampant. One of the jokes where Miguel is a manager at T-Mobile store. That's actually pretty good, actually. Lesbian haircut. Come on, that's rough. It's a fade. Come on, bro. That's not it. Lots of people keep saying it's a lesbian haircut, but it's just a Mexican haircut. I've seen it a million times. It's absolutely nailed the haircut, regardless of what some Americans are seeing. I agree. They nailed the haircut. Never seen a Mexican rock that haircut before? That's because every time you go to your bus stop, you're seeing nothing but these kids that look like Edgars. That's why. Unfortunately, this is the style nowadays, and that's not hot. It's not cute. I don't get it. We need to go back to this is the style. That's what your kid should look like. If he's a Mexican kid, make sure that you're setting him up right for school. Right? I know a lot of you kids are going back to school, and you have a lot of ideas and styles to choose from, right? You're getting older. Make sure adults, because this is an adult show, do not make sure your kids are looking like that, like this. Make sure that they're going to school looking like Miguel. Miguel is now looking good. He got the fresh fade. We don't want to make sure he practices social distance, cuts his own haircut. Yeah, we don't need that anymore of that. The haters out there, is amazing that you can hate a kid for a haircut. And I believe that the haircut is actually the best thing about what's going on with CUCKOO 2. Miguel look at him. Miguel got a new girlfriend. You know, he's old. The first movie, he was 12, right? So now the kid's got to be in his teens, right? Maybe even driving. He looks like me in sixth grade. Exactly what your boy Razor Comics look like. After I watched La Bamba and Richie Valens, I got a guitar for my birthday, and I started walking around elementary school. like if I was Richie Valens from La Bamba, like Lou Diamond Phillips. I got picked on, bullied a lot, and then thus entered the phase of comic books. I used to run to the library and hide out, read Archie comics, a lot of the comic strips, and I would read the Hardy Boys, believe it or not. Shout out to the Hardy Boys. I read all the Chronicles of Narnia. When I went to the book fair, I made sure that my parents bought the Chronicles of Narnia because it was my favorite read at the time. Shout out to the Chronicles of Narnia. Indian in the Cupboard. There is no classic. If you were a kid that was collecting back in the days, your bookshelf had to have Indian in the Cupboard. If it didn't, then you weren't even a real collector, bro. So shout out to CUCKOO 2. We got CUCKOO 2 coming back. Round of applause for CUCKOO 2. You're wondering, Razor, do we need another CUCKOO? Yes. They asked the director, will this be the last CUCKOO? And this is what the director said.
It's not my first or my last.
That's tonight's Razor Rant. Do you boy a huge favor? If you like to smash, just smash the like. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Razor Rants, rips, and hauls. And until next time, check you later.
I love it. The best motherfucker. The fuck you, man.